I know life can be really tough sometimes. We all go through moments where things feel overwhelming, and it's completely okay to feel down when that happens. Whether it's problems at work, issues with family, or personal struggles, tough times happen to all of us. You're not alone in feeling this way. But here's the thing. Even though life can get really hard, the key is not giving up. Staying motivated is what helps us keep going, no matter how tough things seem. It's about finding the strength inside of us to push through those challenges and keep moving forward one step at a time. In today's video, I want to share some practical tips and personal insights that have helped me stay motivated, even when life gets really tough. These aren't complicated strategies. They're simple ideas that you can apply in your daily life to keep your head up and keep pushing forward, no matter what's happening around you. The first thing we need to understand is that struggles are a part of life. No one has a perfect life, even if it might look that way from the outside. Everyone is dealing with something, whether it's visible or not. It's completely okay to face problems, and it's normal to feel low sometimes. What really matters is how we respond to those tough situations. When things go wrong, it's easy to feel defeated. But remember this, struggles don't mean you failed. They just mean you're human. Life isn't supposed to be smooth all the time, and it's through these difficult moments that we actually grow stronger. What can help us get through these times is reminding ourselves that every problem has a solution, or at the very least, an end. Nothing lasts forever, not even the hardest days. Time heals most wounds, even if it feels impossible in the moment. When life feels overwhelming, it's often because we're looking at the big picture and seeing all the problems at once. It's easy to get lost in that, and the stress can make it feel impossible to move forward. But here's a simple trick that can make a huge difference. Break things down into small, achievable steps. For example, if you're struggling at work or school, don't stress about finishing everything all at once. Instead, focus on one task at a time. If you have a big project due, break it into smaller pieces. Maybe work on it for 30 minutes today and another 30 tomorrow. This way, it doesn't seem as overwhelming, and you can actually feel good about completing those smaller steps. Another important thing to remember is to celebrate small wins, even if they seem tiny. Did you finish that one assignment or clean a corner of your room? That's progress. And progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Every little step forward brings you closer to your goal. Setting small goals gives you the feeling of achievement more often, which helps keep you motivated. When you focus on what you can do right now, rather than everything at once, you'll notice that it's easier to manage your time and your energy. Little by little, those small steps will add up. When you're in the middle of a tough situation, try to step back and remind yourself that this too will pass. It won't feel like this forever. The key is to accept the struggle, face it head on, and know that better days are ahead. Each challenge is just another step toward becoming a stronger version of yourself. When life feels out of control, it's natural to feel stuck or powerless. Whether it's a situation at work, in your personal life, or just the world around you, there are so many things that are beyond our control, and that feeling can be overwhelming. But here's something that can really help. Instead of worrying about what you can't control, focus on what you can control. You might not be able to change everything happening around you, but you can always change how you react to it. For example, you can't control the weather, but you can choose to carry an umbrella or plan your day differently. You might not be able to control how others act or the problems that come your way, but you can decide how you respond to them. One simple way to start taking control is by focusing on your daily routine. Can't change the big things? Start by making small adjustments in your day, like getting up earlier, exercising, or setting aside time for yourself. Even if everything around you feels chaotic, these small actions can give you back some sense of stability. Focusing on what you can control brings back power into your life. It reminds you that even if you can't control the storm, you can still decide how you want to face it, and sometimes that's enough to keep you going. When life gets tough, it can be tempting to shut yourself off from the world and deal with things alone. But here's the truth. Isolating yourself only makes the struggles feel heavier. One of the most powerful things you can do is stay connected with positive, supportive people around you. When times are hard, you need people who lift you up, not bring you down. Whether it's talking to close friends, family, or even joining online communities where people are going through similar things, connecting with others can make a huge difference. Sometimes just sharing what you're feeling with someone who cares can lighten the load. You don't have to have all the answers. Sometimes just talking about it makes you feel less alone. Positive people remind you of your strengths and can help you see the light at the end of the tunnel when you might not be able to see it yourself. Maybe they've been through tough times too, and their words of encouragement can give you hope. Even a small conversation with a friend or a kind message from someone online can remind you that you don't have to face life's challenges alone. So, when things feel hard, reach out. Don't bottle it up. Staying connected with positive people can give you the strength and support you need to keep pushing forward. During tough times, it's easy to be your own worst critic. We often blame ourselves for things that go wrong, and that only adds to the stress we're already feeling. But here's something important to remember. You deserve kindness from yourself, just like you would give to a friend. Practicing self-compassion means being gentle with yourself, especially when life gets hard. It's completely normal to make mistakes or experience setbacks. Everyone does. These moments don't define who you are. Just because things didn't go the way you planned doesn't mean you failed or that you're not good enough. So, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, talk to yourself the way you talk to someone you care about. Would you criticize a friend for struggling? No, you'd offer them support and understanding. Do the same for yourself. Another part of self-compassion is taking care of yourself. Sometimes we push ourselves too hard, thinking we need to keep going no matter what. But it's okay to take breaks when you need them. Whether it's doing something that relaxes you or just giving yourself time to breathe, self-care is essential for staying motivated. So, remember to be kind to yourself. You're doing your best, and that's enough. Being compassionate to yourself makes the tough times a little easier to handle, and it helps you bounce back stronger.